Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today our topic is kind of interesting as usual, and we are going to talk about the Muslims claim that the one who was sacrificed, or let us say the one who presented to be sacrificed, is Ishmael. There is many Islamic websites speaking about this issue, and they are trying to present to us something, you know, even themselves cannot prove it. But as usual, I mean, nothing new. Islam is always a religion, if we can call it religion, based on claims, but there's no proof. As an example, Muhammad, he came 600 years after Jesus. He never met Jesus, he never saw Jesus, he never spoke the language of Jesus. He don't even know how to say the name, the correct name. He says his name is Isa. We can't even find the name Isa anywhere. But yet he is correcting the Christians after all those hundreds of years, saying, "Oh, Jesus did not, he was not crucified." So look like Islam is a religion built in a habit where we say whatever we want, and who care if you can prove it or not. This is not really a question. We do not need to prove anything. We just make a claim. And then they say to you, and the funny Muslims always, they want to debate you, and they choose their own topics. Muslims, they want to debate always either about the Trinity or a topic like this, Abraham or Ishmael, or first of all, what you have to do with Ishmael and what you have to do with Isaac. Nothing. Both does not belong to Islam. Many naive actually in the Christian churches, they say to you that Ishmael is the father of the Arab. Those who say such a thing to you, they are certified ignorant. And I heard it many times in Christian churches. The Arab is not an ethnic. The Arab is a word meaning the desert. Arabia is a desert. The Arabian is those who live in the desert. They are the Bedouin. Even the Quran agree with me. So we are going to discuss this topic, and let us go first, start from the Quran. Let us show the screen and start our school, which no Muslim can refute. All right. I'm not sure why this is coming like this. Oh, I think I'm using. All right. All right. If we go in the Quran, we will find some nice things exposing Islamic cult from the Quran. Who is the Arab? Who are they, those who the Quran called them the Arab? This is the word Al-Arab, which is the Arab. It's all over the Quran. Okay, who are they? You can choose any one of them. Chapter 9, verse number 90. Do you see what it says? The word the Arab or Arab translated as the Bedouins. Do you see it? Do you see it? This is the Muslim translation. This is not my translation. So why they translated the word the Arab as Bedouin? Because they are the Bedouin. That's what the Arab are. It's not an ethnic. Anyone who live in a desert, in a tent, move from place to place, he is an Arab. And this is all over the Quran. The Arab are the most hypocrite people. Who's saying that? The Quran. Do you see it? They are the most hypocrite and the most liars and the worst of disbelief. Okay. And they don't believe in Allah, and they are ignorant, and they are against Allah. Muhammad, he said that because he was desperate, he could not make them believe in him. Few verses after, look what Muhammad said. And of the Bedouin, there are some who believe in Allah and the last days. Hold on. A second ago you said they are the worst. But the reason for that, you see the Quran, many people think that this is a verse came after this verse. And the Quran is a shish kebab, it's a falafel, hummus. You put it together, it's a salad. Like, it's not, those are not coming in order. The Quran is collected by Muslims. This guy, he heard this verse, this guy, he heard this verse, we put them together. It doesn't matter really. All those numbers, they do not exist. There was no numbers like this. Because many of you think like, okay, Muhammad, he made a book and he called this chapter the chapter of at-Tawbah as an example. The fact, Muhammad, he never called it at-Tawbah. Actually, this chapter used to be called Bara'ah, because this is the first verse in the Quran, in this chapter. It says Bara'ah. Bara'ah, which means I wash my hands. Muhammad, he make a treaty with the non-believers when he was weak, and then when he became strong, he want to kill them all. So this is Bara'ah. Then later they changed the Tawbah because it says, you know, they choose a word from the verse, from the chapter, and they name the whole chapter by it. So look here, Muhammad, he's saying that the Arab, they are believers. And not only that, they are the first to embrace Islam. What happened to Muhammad? So here you notice the hypocrisy of Muhammad and how he updates his information. Yesterday, the Arab, they are the worst, the most ugly, the most hypocrite, the bad ones, blah 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 blah. I mean, this is a guy, obviously he hate the Arab. No, he's not about hating. He's an Arab himself, but because they did not believe him, so he described him with the most ugly description. Now, when the Muslim, they say that Muhammad is from Ismael. Muhammad is from Ismael. Let us make it simple. Abraham is from Iraq. That make him either he is he's an Aramaic, he speaks Aramaic, this is his language, and he is either a Syrian, you know, I mean, as an ethnic, he is from that land, which has zero Arab. And as I said, Arab is not an ethnic, which means Abraham in certain time he was an Arab too, because if he live in a tent, that make him an Arab. If he live in the desert, that make him an Arab. So if he move around in the desert, that make him an Arab. If he settle down and then he start, this is the stage of the Bedouin life. In the beginning it was like just Bedouin, Arab, and then they start, you know, occupying cities. So look at this. We have Abraham. Let us type in the screen. Let us say, to make it simple, Abraham was from Germany. He is, let us say, from Germany. Now, a Muslim, they will say, see, Christian Prince is teaching that Abraham from Germany. No, I'm not. I'm just giving you a name equal to this name. This is not about Abraham himself. So let us assume there's a guy, his name is Abraham, he is from Germany. He did marry a woman, her name is Hajar. From Egypt, which means she is African. How does son turn to be an Arab? If an Arab is an ethnic, it's like I am an Arabian and I marry a Chinese and my son is German. You see how silly the story is? All Muslims agree that a child belongs to his father, and this is regarding his ethnic. There's a video of a guy, his name what his name, I forgot his name. The guy who was sending pictures without no t-shirt, the big supposedly he claimed to be a scholar. I forgot his name. Somebody maybe can remind me. So this guy, he was saying why in the Quran, he was talking about the language miracles in the Quran. He said why Jesus, he said in the Quran, oh children of Israel. He did not say oh my people. Why he did not say oh my people? He said because Jesus, he is not from the Jews. His father is not from the Jews. Moses, he said that because he is from the Jews. Guys, don't ask me questions, have nothing to do with my topic. If you are interested in a different topic, leave. This is a place for adult. I'm talking about the topic of Abraham and Ishmael. If you have a different question, either you wait until we finish it, or you go take a nap and come back later. So he was saying in his video, and actually maybe I'm just trying to remember the name of the guy. I challenged him to debate me, but he is a, you know, like the rest of them. Let me see if I can find. I think his name Nu'man something, Nu'man Khan something. Yeah, I think that's his name. I'm searching in I don't know which one, but he have videos. He speak about the miraculous language of the Quran, which is very funny, and I can use it easy to destroy Islam from his own statements. Anyway, this is the guy. I will put him in the screen, but I don't know which video because I saw it before, and actually I think I made a video about it too. All right. And he said, oh, like this is the video. This is one of these videos, you see. 37 and the language miracle in the Quran. And then you will go there. You will see he says, and you know what? Let me see if I can open it. Hold on. Maybe I can find it. So we can love together. And this is the whole point. You see how things change. Here we go. I mean, it's unbelievable. I just moved the play and it's in front of me. Look, this is Nu'man Khan, and this is his video, and this video has a 380,000 view. 37 and the language miracle in the Quran. Okay, and now he says in the ayah, Jesus addressing his nation, what he said. When Jesus, the son of Mary, said, O sons of Israel, but Moses, he said, O my people, or my nation. Who is the one saying that? This is Nu'man Khan and this is the Quran. Who is the one comparing this with that? Is Nu'man Khan. I will play a little bit of it so we can love together.
What I'm trying to get at is, to be from a nation, your father should be from that nation. Isn't that obvious?
Did you hear it, guys? Did you hear it? To be from a nation. I mean, I don't know, like I just moved this thing and I got it in the perfect timing. To be from a nation, your father have to be from that nation. Isn't it obvious? Did he say that? Okay, well, Abraham, he have a son. His wife is an Egyptian. His son is what? He's an Arab. So let us say Ishmael, he married from an Arab woman, for the sake of argument. That will not make the children of Ishmael Arab. That will make them Aramaic, like Abraham. This is what he just said. This is what Islamic religion teach. Let us hear it again.
Or the children of Israel. You know what we learned from that? In Semitic tradition and in Arab tradition, as was carried originally by Abraham also, identity was given by the father. The nation itself is...
Identity was given by who? By the father. So what the Muslim, they say that Ishmael, he married a woman, she's an Arab. Bingo. We are done with the debate. And they just say that this is the tradition of the Jews. He said, not me, and the Arab. And he is trying to prove to us a miracle in the Quran. I want to hear it again. Maybe I did not hear correct.
In quote, my nation. Addressing them with what words? What was the first words used to address them? My nation. Ya qawmi, my nation. Okay. Let's come to what Jesus said. وَإِذْ قَالَ عِيسَى بْنُ مَرْيَمَ, when Jesus the son of Mary said, Ya Bani Israel, sons of Israel. Sons of Israel. Now what did he not say? What did Moses say that Jesus didn't say? Okay, so Moses says my nation, but Jesus says sons of Israel. Now, sons of Israel is another term used for the Israelites, isn't it? Or the children of Israel. You know what we learned from that? In Semitic tradition and in Arab tradition, as was carried originally by Abraham also, identity was given by the father. The nation itself is named after who? Not the mother, but the father, Israel himself. And actually in the Quran, all of humanity are called children of, not Eve, but Adam. Because identity, nation, is defined by the father. And this is natural in most societies. The last name is given through the father. The father's name is acquired, even though there are exceptions. Now, what I'm trying to get at is, to be from a nation, your father should be from that nation. Isn't that obvious?
Obvious.
To be from a nation, it's only expected that your father should be from that nation. So when Moses says, my nation, what's he actually saying? That my father is from among you. But Jesus, never in the Quran do we find him say my nation. Never. Every time he addresses them, what does he say? Sons of Israel. Now, why would he never say my nation? Because he doesn't have a father. He's of miraculous.
Thank you. So actually, we just prove right now that Jesus is not what Muslims they say he is from the Jews. He is from heaven. He did not call them my people. He called them children of Israel. And Moses, he called them my people because my father is from among you. So how Muhammad became from Ishmael? This is number one. It's impossible and there's no proof of it. Secondly, even if he from Ishmael, that will not make the Ishmael the father of the Arab. That will make Muhammad an Aramaic person. That will not make Muhammad an Arab. But Muhammad never spoke Aramaic. He did not know Aramaic, and he never claimed to be Aramaic. So the Muslims themselves, they help us always to get themselves busted. And this is little statement of Nu'man Khan, which is not even we played even like 30 seconds. Nu'man Khan, he helped us, and this is his video, and this is in the moment 11:11, as you see in the screen. He helped us to understand something about the Quran. Jesus never says, "Oh my people," because they are not his people. He is their God. This is why in the Bible Jesus described them. I came to my sheep, and my sheep they rejected me. But he have a sheep. You know, he have a sheep from other place. He is the shepherd. He is the Lord. Moses, he called the Jews my people because he is from the Jews. His father is from the Jews, and we heard Nu'man Khan saying that. Jesus, according to Nu'man Khan, as we heard, he is not, his father is not of the Jews, so he cannot be considered of the Jews. So based on what we just heard, if Jesus cannot be of the Jews because his father is not exist from the Jews, and he have no father anyway, and Moses is considered from the Jews because his father is from the Jews, that's mean Muhammad himself, he cannot be from Ishmael. Why? Because you Muslims, you say he's an Arab, and you consider Arab as an ethnic. If Muhammad was from Ishmael, then he should be an Aramaic like his father, not an Arab, according to your logic, not mine. Secondly, if Ishmael he did marry a woman, she is an Arab, that will not change the fact that still we heard this guy saying that the tradition of the Jews and the Arab, that the father belonged, that the child belonged to his father. So he is from the nation of the father, not from the nation of the women. And even he confirms, says even the Quran's sons of Adam, saying the Quran sons of Adam, he never says sons of Eve. And here you see how the Muslims they play. Here he is trying to make a miracle, so he get himself busted. But if he knew that this will be used to get Muhammad busted and the Islam busted by claiming that Muhammad is from Ishmael, he will never say that. And this is the problem always we see when we are I will post the link for this video as reference for those who like to watch it and laugh. Everything in this video I can debunk it in 2 seconds, one by one, one by one. It's like fun, because it is literally stupid. Literally. And this is what happened always, and this is why they refuse to debate me. This guy, he sound like smart in front of the one who have low IQ. I will add this video in the info for people who, or Muslims, maybe they will wonder where this video is coming from. So from a short video made by Muslims, spread by Muslims, published by Muslims, and they have a nice graphic, thank you Muslims, they prove to us that all their claim is false, because this is against the tradition and the teaching of Allah, and even against what the Jews teach, as Nu'man Khan he said. Now, the one who claimed that Ishmael is the father of the Arab, who is he? He can prove that to us. Who is the hero in the crowd? He is willing to give me a call and show me where we can find the reference in the Islamic cult saying that Ishmael is the father of the Arab. Who want to do that? Any Muslim? Don't, guys, how many times I need to repeat? Please, 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 for God's sake, don't ask me a question have nothing to do with my topic. I mean, think about it. You're an adult, you're mature. You go to guy, he is talking about how we build a house, and you ask him how to make a salad. I mean, why we cannot concentrate as adult? Are we a bunch of kids? This guy, he want candy, the other one, he want a toy. Concentrate with me. Why you want me to leave the topic just to answer your question, which I have nothing to do with my topic? You see, I have a lot of patience with Muslims, but I cannot have patience with the Christians who, I don't know, they have a flight of thought, some of them. We talk about potato, they talk about tomato. Focus with me. I choose from my life, from my time, from my day, to take my time, get myself angry because of you guys, thank you, to teach you. And now look what you do. I'm teaching you how to answer and refute the Muslims. So don't change the topic. Muslims, where we can find the reference anywhere in the Quran, it says that Ishmael is the father of the Arab. Any Muslim? Any Muslim can show me where in the Quran it says that Ishmael is the father of the Arab? Okay, forget about this one. Where in the Quran we can find that Muhammad is from Ishmael? Any Muslim? I will shave my 100-foot beard. Is growing very fast. If a Muslim can show me a verse in the Quran saying that Muhammad is from Ishmael, and if it is not, then you need to tell me why. Why? Why is not in the Quran? As long as it's very important for your religion to prove that Muhammad is descendant from Abraham. So why it's not there? Okay, forget about this. Who is a Muslim want to show me that Muhammad saying it clearly that the one who sacrificed, or the one who was being sacrificed by Abraham, is Ishmael, not Isaac? Not even once. Muhammad, he mentioned that. Why? This is how silly this cult is. It's silly. You know, even the word silly, it's not even qualified. Islam does not even deserve to be called silly. What kind of God he have a time to tell us about the ant who warned the ant? Suleiman is going to crush you. What? What? What happened? An ant, she told the ants. So Allah in his office, he have time to tell us bedtime stories, not even good for kids. But he don't have time to tell us look what the Arab they said to Muhammad each time he tell those stories. This is the tales of the ancient. This is fairy tales, you idiot. You see it? Each time Muhammad he opened his mouth, they say to you, the Arab they were amazed with the Quran. The Arab they were laughing at Muhammad. When Solomon he arrived to the valley of the ants, one of the ants she said, hold on, first, ants don't talk. Now literally they don't, but do the ants and other creatures, insects, etc., they communicate? Absolutely. So we can say they have their own language, but here the Arabic is so clear. قالت حتى إذا أوتوا على وادي النمل قالت نملة يا أيها النمل ادخلوا مساكنكم. قالت, what قالت mean? Translation, even your Islamic translation said she said, or the ant said. But ants don't talk. And to prove that this is a word she's like the ant spoke, because Suleiman he heard her speech. Do you see it? Suleiman he heard her speech. So this God, he have time to tell us a stupid story which is copied from the fairy tales, the legends of the Jews. This is a stories you can find in the books of the Jews. It's a fiction stories about the glory of Suleiman. Suleiman have a flying carpet. Suleiman, I mean, they have tons of stories about this guy. His name is Suleiman, who fly with flying carpet. He have a flying horse. He have a horse with two wings. He was walking in the valley of the ants, and it's exactly actually as it says in the legend of the Jews. So Muhammad, he learned those stories from the Jews, which they tell them to their kids, and bingo, he put it in the Quran. I will give you an example about Muhammad, the copy-paste guy, and this is why he got himself busted extremely, because of his stupid behavior. Muhammad, he believes strongly that the Jews are the one who have knowledge, and because of that he copy whatever the Jews says to him. We are not changing topic. I will go we just to confirm an idea how Muhammad he copy, and then we will continue. Muhammad, he taught his followers that urination is the main cause of the punishment in the grave. Have you ever heard of a God? He will torture you in the grave because of your urine. Christian Prince, yes, who is this? Allah. Well, what happened? In the day of etc. you have some urine touching your foot. Okay, I'm going to torture you. Please. Well, why you don't make the private part of the male like the nose of the elephant, so he will not touch himself? So the punishment of the grave, most of it, because of urine. Have you ever heard of a stupid thing? He got that from the Jews, and we will prove it to you. Shall we prove it to you? Let us see. Let us see the hadith. I'll try to find it for you. Where a Jewish woman, she came to Aisha. Here we go. Look, guys, this is a Sahih hadith. A Jewish woman entered into me, who is talking, Aisha, the wife of Muhammad, and she said, who said that? Take a note, the Jewish women. The torment of the grave is because of urine. Like, what the heck? Do you hear it? Do you see it? And look what Aisha, she said. Please focus with me. I said, Aisha talking, you are lying. Like, what? You are sent to me by Christian Prince and you are lying. Aisha, she said that to the Jewish women. You are lying. So it was the idea of the Jewish women that torture of the grave is because of urine. Aisha, not only she said, I don't know about that, she said, you are lying, which means it's silly. Come on, stupid. This is really stupid. So Aisha, she agreed with me that this is stupid. She said, no, it's true. We cut our skin and the clothes because of it. So the Jews, when the skin, when this is how clean they are. When a urine touch their clothing, they even cut, they don't wash the clothing, they cut it off. The Messenger of Allah went out to pray, and our voices became loud, like they are fighting over this now, Aisha and the Jewish woman. He said, what is this? So I told him what she said, which means the urine is the cause of the torture of the grave. He said she spoke the truth. Like, what the heck? Muhammad, he agreed with the Jewish women. And look what Aisha, she said, this is very important. After that day, he never offered any prayer, but he said, following the prayer, Rabba, Jibreel, wa Malaikat, etc., Israfil, you know, please, I seek refuge from the torture of the grave. Do you see it? He never mentioned that before. He never mentioned such a prayer ever before. But after the Jewish woman, she said that Muhammad, he cannot even pray to Allah without saying, please Allah, I seek refuge from the punishment of the grave, which is because of what? Because of urine, which means Muhammad, he used to piss on himself every day. Otherwise, if you don't piss on yourself, why are you afraid of the punishment of the grave? Because of urine. Are you getting my point? If I'm not doing that, why I will be worried about my piss touching me and there will be torture? I'm not doing that. But this is the proof that Muhammad, he pissed on himself every day. And he never prayed that. Look, Aisha saying that, not me, Abdul. It says, after that day, he never offered any prayer without saying, I seek refuge by Allah from the torment of the grave. But Aisha, she never heard that before. He heard the Jewish woman like it, saying it. He liked it, he copied it, and he taught. That's it. Do you see it? So we prove easy that Muhammad is heavily infected by the influence of the Jews' stories, and most of it is fiction stories. We have Mr. Muhammad Qasim saying, just to show you the comedy, Muhammad Qasim saying the punishment of the grave happened for various reasons, and the Prophet teaching us the prayer. I mean, do you see the logic? First of all, it's very silly and very stupid to be tortured in the grave, because simply, so what the judgment day for? And in the top of that, you are dead. Are you dead or alive? Are you dead or alive? According to your prophet, two angels will come to you, Nakir, Munkar, Nakir. So the first one will ask you, or that angels will ask you, three questions. Read and laugh. The messenger of Allah, when the deceased, or he said, when one of you is buried, two angels, black and blue-eyed, his eye, this is not the color of the angel, this is the eye, will come to him. One of them is called Al-Munkar, and the other one, his name Al-Nakir. They say, what did you use to say about this man? Which man? So he say what he was saying before death. He is Allah's slave and his messenger. So they will show him a picture of Muhammad and they will ask him, what do you use to say about this man? It's the guy, he died. He's dead. And now he is buried under the ground. And now two angels going inside the ground. And they are asking him a question, and he opened his mouth and he talk. And the first question is, what do you use to say about Muhammad? The angels will come to Christian Prince after he died. Christian Prince, what do you use to say about Muhammad? He's an idiot of the village. And then the angels, brother, will hit me with the hammer. They will hit you what? They will hit you with the hammer, and the hammer will make you go down in the ground 70 cubits. Do you see it? And if you give the correct answer, the grave will expand, will become 70 cubits. You will have a big living room by yourself in the grave. But if you don't give the correct answer, they will hit you with the hammer and they will squeeze you. This is Muhammad. This is Muhammad and the story of Muhammad. Let me see the other hadith. I want to see the one about the hammer. Anyway, like maybe later. Let's go back to Abraham. So as you see, Muhammad is just a fraud who copies stories from people around him, and he says stupid things. what you are dead and two angels will come to you. This is something he learned from the Jews. The Jews, they believe that when somebody he die, his spirit will be not in the grave, his spirit will be hovering over the grave for a few days, and this is the time this spirit, not the body, will be either punished for the bad or is going to be in peace and live in peace. So Muhammad, he took from the Jews their stories and he add his own spice as usual. Now we go back to Abraham, who is a Muslim. He is going to show us where in the Quran it says Abraham is the father of Muhammad or the grandfather of Muhammad. Anyone? Why in the Quran we find that the Quran speak about this guy is a son of this guy, the son of guy, the son of this guy, but when it's come to Muhammad there's nothing. If we go right now and look in the Quran and we type the word Muhammad, we will not find a single place where it says who is Muhammad. Those are the verses speak about Muhammad. Chapter 3 verse 144, 3:188, 33:40, 47:2, 48:29. That's it. Okay. First one, who is Muhammad? He is just a messenger. This is the definition of Muhammad. How come you call the Jews the children of Israel? You know what I'm saying? Why the Quran says that Abraham, he have a son, his son is Isaac, his son is Ishmael, his son is etc. So why Muhammad, why Isa himself is a son of Mary, but Muhammad is a son of no one? Who's Muhammad? How we will know? Like, I am a person. Remember, Muhammad, he said to the Muslims, don't write the hadith. Anyone who write the hadith, erase it. And I find it very funny, showing me that those who follow Muhammad, they have a problem. Anyone notice why? Imagine I say, guys, hey, don't write after me what I say. And then you write down, Christian Prince here said, don't write after me what I say. Too much hashish. The Prophet, he just told you, don't take down anything from me, and he who took it down anything except the Quran, he should efface it, erase it. Then how you write it? Guys, do you understand the stupidity? Do you understand the stupidity? It's like saying to somebody, don't write on the wall, and you go and you write in the wall saying, Christian Prince, he said, don't write in the, I just told you don't write in the wall, erase it. And you go and you write it. Madness and stupidity. So based on Muhammad order that Muslims should not have hadith, how we will know that Muhammad is a son of who? Born where? Located where? And who is he? Because Muhammad, he says, erase anything except the Quran. Any Muslim have an answer? Look what Mr. Muhammad said. CP is making an argument out of lack of mention of certain things, claiming. Don't tell me. What about you? Mention it for me. Stop playing your drama. Why you don't call me Muhammad Qasim and let us laugh together? Instead of saying Christian Prince, he have a lack of information. What about you? Call me and give me the information. Look, even people, they are lulling for you. You see the lul? Lul, peace upon him, is lulling at you. So what about you call me? Let me open Skype and you call me and show everybody that Christian Prince, he have a lack of information. Christian Prince maybe is hiding information. and Prophet Google, peace upon him, he will help you. Where in the Quran, in the whole Quran, it says that Muhammad is from Ishmael? Where in the Quran even it says Muhammad is the father, the son of who? Nowhere. Why? Any Muslim knows why? Anyone? Where is the Muslims who says Christian friends do not know? Well, we want to know from you, who is a Muslim is willing to call us and show us the truth. Muhammad says don't take the hadith from anyone. Don't even write it. Only Quran. This is why there's a group of Muslims and growing now. It's called Quran only. And this is Sahih. This is not authentic. This is an authentic hadith, which means Muhammad, he said that. Okay. So based on the order of Muhammad, how we will know who is Muhammad and why the Quran never mentioned? Is that like Allah was not really smart? He made a mistake. He should mention it. Any Muslim knows? Is that because it's not important? So Allah have time to speak about the ant who spoke to Solomon, but he don't have time to tell us about who is Muhammad. Look, there's a verse in the Quran saying Muhammad was not the father of any man among you, but he is the messenger of Allah. Muhammad is an impotent man. He cannot have kids. Quran confirmed that. But why it's mentioning this? Who cares if he have a children or not? Any Muslim can tell us what's the point of this thing? The point is very simple. Muhammad is coming from the middle of nowhere, and he never left anyone behind. He have no children, he have nothing, and he is unknown father. You see, the Muslims, if you ask them, if you ask Muhammad Qasim, what is the name of the father of Muhammad, he will say to you Abdullah. What his name? Abdullah. Let us type the name in the screen. Abdullah. Okay, type it in English now. Abd. I don't know why this thing is slow, but what we can do. Abdullah. Abd means slave and mean black in the same time, because usually in the Arab, you know, they consider the slave is the black person. They enslave the black people. Abdullah is the father of Muhammad. Okay, but how the father of Muhammad will go to hell? Yet he is the slave of Allah. How somebody he is a slave of Allah will go to hell? The truth is, Abdullah is a statement. People they say if he is unknown. Like I'm reporting a story, and a guy from the crowd he said something. So what I say, Abdullah, which means one of the slave of Allah, he said something. I do not know his name. That's what Abdullah mean. And Islamic books prove that Muhammad was born more than 4 to 5 years after this guy supposedly he died, because he and his father they married in the same day, and supposedly the father of Muhammad he died right away. He went in a trip and never come back. few months after. So how they married in the same day, but yet Hamza is 4 years older than Muhammad. To make it simple, let us say me and my brother, we marry in the same day, and then I die, okay, and then my wife, she gave birth. Me and my brother, remember, we married in the same day. So, and then after a month or two I die, and my brother, he is still alive, but we married in the same day, remember that. Then I die, and then my brother, he have a son. He have a son who is 4 years older than my son. Are you getting the point? Which means his son, if you know, if both of us we slept with the same women in the same day, I'm just giving you the examples, and both of us we made the women carry a child from us in the same day or the same week or the same month, then it's impossible that my son, and I am the one who die a week or two or a month after my marriage, will be born 4 years after his son. Imagine you divorce your wife 4 years ago, and then 4 years after your wife, she called you, says, come and pay for the bill in the hospital for your son, I just gave birth. I divorced you 4 years ago. She will say no. This is why the Muslims actually, they believe that a Muslim woman, she can be carrying a child even up to 10 years after divorce or being widow. Because what happened of Muhammad to Muhammad. But this is a different story, and actually there's many hadith speaking about Muhammad. He is an unknown person. He was like a palm tree in the middle of the desert. Nobody knows who is he. Actually, there's a story about a group, a tribe. They came and asked for Muhammad as their son. They claim that he is their son. They claim that Muhammad is their son. However, instead of wasting our time asking who is Muhammad, let us go and see what the Muslim themselves says about Ishmael. Because remember, our topic is what? Ishmael versus Isaac. But I made this introduction little long to show you that anyway, the Arab have nothing to do with Ishmael. And we showed you the video of Nu'man Khan where he says the child go by his father. So if Ishmael he marry an Arab woman, still his children should not be considered as Arab. And we showed you the video of Nu'man Khan. The beach. Now if we go and read the interpretation of the Quran, chapter 37 verse number 17, وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذَبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ. Okay, who is this one who sacrifice him with the great sacrifice? I will read for the Muslims, and those who speak Arabic, they can read with me what At-Tabari is saying. This is Tafsir At-Tabari. Read with me. And this is the official government website of the government of Jordan. Actually, you know what? Let me open it in Google Translate, Google browser, so I can click at translate, because I'm using Firefox, and Firefox is not supported with this option. All right, this is a Google. I will click in the front of you, translate to English. All right, and saying we received the great slaughter, says it was Isaac the great slaughter. Do you see it, guys? Do you see it? This is the Muslim scholars saying, and this is At-Tabari, one of the oldest historian and a scholar in Islam, saying that at-Tabari saying that the one is to be slaughtered, it was Isaac. And here they continue saying where the place of the slaughter was to be happen, and some of them says Isaac, and he is quoting who is the one who say that it is Isaac. From Ibn Abbas said it is Isaac. Who is Ibn Abbas? This is the cousin of Muhammad. The cousin of Muhammad, who Muhammad he prayed for him to be the scholar of Islam, saying that the one who's supposed to be slaughtered is Isaac. Wrong translation. What do you mean wrong translation? This is Google. For sure the translation is not perfect, but it says it clearly, it's Isaac. Guys, is it clear? Even with the Google translation, it says, here we go. From Ikramah, from Ibn Abbas, a redeemed the greatest slaughter said it is Isaac. So don't play the game in translation. No, this is Google translation. And then he says, Jacob told me, he said, then Ibn Ali, from David, from Ikramah, from Ibn Abbas said, sacrifice Isaac. Do you want to cry? You want me to give you some tissues? If you want some tissues, let me know. Christian Prince, this is the wrong translation. I don't need to translation. I can read for you in Arabic. Here we go. Forget about translation, Abdul. As supposedly you speak Arabic, right? You know what? I will shave my 110-foot beard if you speak Arabic. And here we go in front of you. قال ابن عباس الذي أمر بذبحه إبراهيم هو إسحاق. Not a zoom. Do you like zoom? Do you like boing boing or zoom zoom? You wrong translation. Wrong what? Wrong translation. And not only that, he is saying that this is reported from Ali ibn Abi Talib. Read carefully with me. Read and laugh. قال ابن عباس الذبيح إسحاق. Ibn Abbas said the sacrifice was Isaac. حدثنا أبو كريب. It's been told by Abu Kurayb. According to Zayd ibn Habab عن الحسن بن دينار, according to Ali ibn Zayd ibn Jad'an عن الحسن عن الأحنف عن ابن عباس ابن عبد المطلب, the cousin of your prophet, عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, from the prophet himself, في حديث ذكره قال هو إسحاق. Who is the one who mentioned that the sacrifice is Isaac? Your prophet. And now let us go to the English Google translation, the funny translation of Google. Does it say as I said? Let us see. And here look at the funny translation. Syphilis. All right. Now it says here from Ibn Ali, from David, from Ikramah, from Ibn Abbas, he said the sacrifice is Isaac. Abu Karib told us that he said from Zayd ibn Habab, from Hassan the son of Dinar, from Ali ibn the son of Zayd, from Jad'an the son of Hassan, and from blah 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 blah, from Qais, from Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib, the cousin of Muhammad, from the Prophet, peace be upon him. In the hadith mentioned, he said it is Isaac. Do you see it? Who won the link? But by the way, I will give you the link in Arabic, and then you can click at Google translation. This is the same as I did. But do you see how easy we prove it? This is according to the scholars that Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad, and Muhammad saying that. Are we done? No, we are not, because there's more. If we go back in the Arabic, Let me give you the link in Arabic, and you can click at the but remember to use Google browser, otherwise it's not going to open for you. I mean the option for translation. The one who wanna call me, you have to be a Muslim. Anyone else, I don't want, you know, don't call me if you're not a Muslim. All right. And then he continues saying that the one who report that, not only even the Prophet himself, he mentioned tons of names. Like great names in Islam. As an example, he says, عن ابن الأحوص قال افتخر رجل عند ابن مسعود فقال أنا فلان ابن فلان الأشياخ الكرام فقال عبد الله ذلك يوسف بن يعقوب بن إسحاق ذبيح الله. A man, he was so proud about his heritage. He said, I am the son of etc etc, the sons of the sheikhs. Abdullah, they are reporting a story about this person. He said, Abdullah, he says, that is Yusuf, the son of Jacob, the son of Isaac, the slaughter of Allah, the son of Abraham. Let us see it in English. A man, he came to Ibn Mas'ud and he said, I am so and so, the son of the honorable sheikhs. Abdullah said, this is Joseph, the son of Jacob, the son of Isaac, the sacrifice of God. Do you see it? Is it clear? So the Muslim now, they want to debate me if this is Isaac or not. Go debate yourself first. Who is the silly here? Who is the silly? And this is Isaac, the sacrifice of God, the son of Abraham, the one beloved by Allah. Do you see it? Abu Huraira, look, even Abu Huraira, even Mr. Abu Huraira, the father of the cat, that's it. The father of the meow is going to talk meow. Abu Huraira, he said, and we redeemed the great slaughter, he said, of his son Isaac. Even Abu Huraira says it's Isaac. I mean, who's left? Who's left? Even Mr. Meow. Mr. Abdullah saying there is like Muslims, there is disagreement if it is Isaac or Ishmael. This is what we are saying, my friend. You Muslims are very this is a crazy religion. I mean, why your God did not mention such a silly thing? Okay, who is the one is ransom, and why your prophet did not say? But as you see here, they are saying your prophet, he says that. So what is agreement? The Muslims agree about not to agree about the meaning of the Quran. This is the only agreement they have. I never saw a Muslim agree with a Muslim about anything. We Muslims agree about, I can show it to you actually from a May Tafsir. They say the scholars agree about not to agree about the meaning of this verse. I mean, do you see how powerful this cult is? Brothers, Christian friends, we Muslims, we have this agreement about this. So why you are debating the Christians about it? Go and disagree with yourself. What kind of religion? They are even confused about a very simple thing like this. If we go in the Bible, we'll find right away the Bible says that this is Isaac. Many verses. The funny that Ibn Kathir, he said, the Christians, sorry, the Jews, they inserted the name Isaac in their Torah because they were jealous of the Arab, but there was no what Arab? What the Arab, you idiot? If we go and see the history of the books we are talking about, we will find that those books written thousands of years before the Arab to be called Arab, like the Arab they call them today. The Arab is a I made a video before. The word Arab is not an ethnic, it's a desert. Anyone who live in the desert, they call them Arabian. And we show you that even from the Quran. And look at the funny excuse of the Muhammadan like Ibn Kathir, who is trying to defend. But Ibn Kathir himself, he said that there's many scholars, they say that it is Isaac. I will show you in English, and I will show you the hypocrisy of those who translate. In Ibn Kathir book, they never mention anyone agree that it is Isaac. They just say that the Jews, because they are jealous, they said it is Isaac. They are jealous from the Arab. I mean, jealous from the Arab about what? What jealous from the Arab? And Ibn Kathir in Arabic, it says how many, and he start counting how many scholars they say that it is Isaac. In English is gone. We cannot find it. This is why I say to you many times that Ibn Kathir, he make the interpretation is not interpretation, is this is a book to defend Islam. But this guy, he failed big deal, because he forgot that this is even coming from his prophet and Ibn Abbas and Abu Huraira. Actually, in Arabic it says that there are 7 of the companion of the prophet who mentioned that it was Isaac. 7, not 1. So how they are 7? From the companion first hand. Not somebody came like Ibn Kathir hundreds and whatever years after. And if we read Ibn Kathir in Arabic, we will find that Ibn Kathir in Arabic have nothing to do with Ibn Kathir in English. This is Ibn Kathir in Arabic. Everything is speaking about those who agree that it is Isaac is gone in English. I cannot find it. In the same book, ذكر من قال هو إسحاق قال حمزة الزيات عن أبي ميسرة. You see, this is Ibn Kathir, but I cannot find it in English. They said it is Ibn Ishaq. Ishaq is ذبيح الله. الثوري عن ابن سنان عن etc. عن الهذيل أن يوسف عليه السلام قال للملكة قال كذلك. So he agreed it is Isaac. قال سفيان الثوري. Sufyan, big reporter, he said it is Isaac. قال شعبة عن ابن إسحاق عن الأحوص افتخر رجل عند ابن مسعود. A man, he was proud about in his heritage in the front of Ibn Mas'ud. He said the same I just read for you from Al-Qurtubi. So what he answered, he says this is Isaac, the slaughter of Allah. We don't find it in the English translation. It's gone. They took it off. They show you that Ibn Kathir is saying it is not Isaac, it is Ismael. And not only that, وهذا صحيح إلى ابن مسعود, and this is even authentic from Ibn Mas'ud. وكذا روى إكرمة عن ابن عباس إنه إسحاق, and this is authentic from Ibn Mas'ud and reported by Ikramah, and Ikramah, one of the biggest names in the reporters, from Ibn Abbas saying it is Isaac. And not only that, وعن ابن عباس وعلي بن أبي طالب, even Ali, the cousin of Muhammad who married 2 of his daughters, he said it is Isaac. And here the rest, look at those all names, all those names saying it is ISHAK. Az-Zuhri, Abdullah ibn Abi Bakr, Ali ibn Abi Talib, the Prophet himself, Ibn Abbas, the cousin of the Prophet, Ibn Mas'ud, the one who have a Quran. And here it says وَهَذَا صَحِيح, and this is authentic. But this is Ibn Kathir in Arabic, and I want you to take the notes, please. The interpretation of the Great Quran, the book of Ibn Kathir, volume number 12, page number 47, verses of chapter 37, from 113 to from 99 to 113. Take a snapshot. The book of Ibn Kathir, interpretation of the Quran, volume number 12, chapter 37, interpretation from verse number 99 to 113. Page, you can start not even from page number 47. You can start from here, the page before it, page number 46, page number 47, and this is Ibn Kathir. Page number 48, it says Ibn Kathir too, it says that. So Al-Qurtubi he report, At-Tabari he report, Ibn Kathir he report, and now the Muslim, they say to us, we have a disagreement about this. Who care? Even Muslim, even the Imam Muslim. Now, regardless Ibn Kathir he agree or not, this is his opinion. Ibn Kathir, he came hundreds of years after Muhammad. He never met Muhammad. He never been there. He's just trying to defend. And the question here, why we cannot find all those Arabic information in the translation is gone. I cannot find it. Do you know why? Because this is the nature of Islam. The translator, he did hide it in purpose. Don't tell me it was a mistake. The same as the story of Muhammad and Zayd and Zainab. The same as the story of Al-Gharaniq, where Shaitan, he gave Muhammad verses. We cannot find it in English in Ibn Kathir. The details is not there. It's gone. Nader Ahmad is a kid. I don't mind if he called, but his guy is a kid. He's a madman. He's mental. Even his mom, she might be upset from me if I let him talk. This guy have a mental issue. And this is the same guy who agreed that his prophet have sex with the goat. He agreed, you know. Ask him to go to give you the debate. He agreed. He said to me, is it better than the one who says smash the head of the babies? He's mental. So, as you see, we have here reference. You know what? Let me show you in English. This is a Jalalain. Look what the Jalalain say. And then we ransomed him one whom had been commanded to sacrifice, namely Ismael or Isaac. I mean, this guy is a shish kebab. He don't dare to say which one. So he is not sure. This is a Jalalain. You don't know. Have you ever heard of a religion? It's called I don't know. What do you mean either one? Which one? How come the Bible is so clear? The Bible is so clear in many verses saying clearly it is Isaac. Abraham, he said to God, which one? I have, he says slaughter the one you love. And God, he knew which one he loved more. For sure the father, he loved both of them. Abraham, he said, God, he said to him, the one you love. Abraham, he said, I love both. He said to him, Isaac. He named him by name. And the same story appear in different places, like in Genesis 22. And he said to him, take now the son, thine only son Isaac. Why he is calling him only son Isaac? Because Abraham, he sent Hajar and his son Ishmael away. He's not living with him no more. This is number one. Number two, this is the only son is coming from the marriage which is blessed by God. The son which is God gave as a miracle to Abraham. Remember Sarah, the reason Abraham he have Ishmael, because he gave up his wife, she became so old and he have no children. So he decided to marry his slave. And he had a son from her. But then after he did, had a son, God he gave him a miraculous birth of a child, because she's old, she cannot have son. So this was because God he wanted to teach him, don't never give up on me. And this was the blessed son. Even in the Quran, look what the Quran says about Isaac. The Quran confirmed that all the prophethood is going to be from Isaac and Jacob. Not from Ishmael. Look at this. Why Allah did not mention that we gave him Ishmael and Isaac? Where's Ishmael? Anyone can see? Anyone can tell me where's Ishmael? Look, they are counting all the names. We bestowed upon him Isaac and Jacob. Each of them, we guided them before him. We guided Noah, etc., etc. So he counting all the names. Where is Ishmael? Why Allah did not say we gave him? Ishmael is the older. He should start from Ishmael, not from Isaac. So the Quran, Muhammad is trying to be hypocrite to the Jews. He knew that the Jews, they care for Isaac, they don't care for Ishmael in any way, in any mean. This is their grandfather. So he was hypocrite. And not only that, this is reported many times. Chapter 19 verse number 49. So when he turned away from them and from those whom they worshipped beside Allah, we gave him Isaac and Jacob. Where is Ishmael? Yeah, do you see what I'm saying, talking about? Where is Ishmael? Why the name of Ishmael was dropped? He should, sorry for that, he should count the elder first. What, Ismail is not a son now? What happened? You know what I mean? What happened? Where is Ishmael? Not only that, the Quran confirmed that prophethood is coming from Isaac and Jacob, and both they made them a prophet. This is the same chapter 19 verse number 49. In chapter 29 verse 27, look what it says. Chapter of the spider, Al-Ankabut. And we bestowed on him, Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, and we ordained among his offspring the prophethood. Do you see it? Who is the offspring he mentioned? What offspring Allah he mentioned in this verse, which the prophethood will be from them? Isn't it obvious? Isaac and Jacob. At this moment, Muhammad was a hypocrite to the Jews. He's trying to say to them, I agree with you, prophets should come from Isaac and Jacob. A Muslim saying not a priest, not etc. can remember the Bible. I have my mother, she know the Bible by heart from cover to cover. Secondly, If you Muslims, you remember the Quran because it's made like a rap, so you sing it, you don't remember it. You have to repeat it like a 1,000,000 times so you can memorize it. So what a big deal. And if I ask you about one word there, you do not know the meaning. You don't even speak the language. And yes, we have many people who they can recite the whole Bible in the Aramaic language, and they sing it too. And actually, singing the Quran is something Muhammad he stole from the Christians and from the Jews. And because Muhammad he was trying to copy the Christian and the Jews, he made a funny book because he's trying to make like there's a tone. Like you see here, the word here is as-salihin. So what is the last letter? In. Okay, the verse after it, alamin. So now he is playing with the meaning just to make end fit. So like I say, yesterday I saw a rat and he was really so fat. And then he told me to watch a movie. I said to him, it's about what? He said to me, I cannot tell you what. I mean, this is, but the meaning is stupid, silly. This is the Quran. There's no connection between the verse before it, the verse after it, because he's just trying to end with a certain letter. He cannot make a poetry. Obviously, he is very weak in the language. All the great poetry of the Arab are made by, which means the people of the desert, by Christians. 7 of them. It's called al-mu'allaqat al-sab'a. The 7 hanged, they used to hang them on the Kaaba. They are amazing. And actually, I made videos before. If you have my book, you will find that Muhammad he stole many verses from the Quran, from the Arabian poetry, which is made long before him. So as you see, anyway, they are proud they can memorize the Quran, but they don't understand the Quran. And there's a huge difference between this and that. Your prophet himself, he says that he himself do not understand the Quran. Not only that, your God Allah himself, he says nobody understand the Quran save Allah. What a silly stupid book. Now all those verses speak about Ismael, and we showed you from the Islamic interpretation, even their prophet saying that this is Isaac, the one who God wanted to sacrifice. What about this guy, his name Ishmael? Who is this guy? What the Quran says about him? Nothing. Nothing. Few words. What happened to Ishmael? Nothing. What happened to nothing? I mean, even Isaac, what happened to Isaac? Jacob, you see, just to show you the stupidity of the book, it's called Quran. If you ask a Muslim, the word Israel mentioned in the Quran many times. Okay, who is Israel? Who is a Muslim? Tell us who is Israel. Israel. Oh, children of Israel, shouldn't you tell us first who is this guy Israel? How we will know who is Israel? Who is the Muslim? Tell me who is this guy Israel? They don't know. They have no idea. Nowhere in the Quran it says who is this guy. The Quran mentioned the name Yaqub, which means Jacob, but nowhere mention who is Israel. In order to know who is Israel, you have to go to the Bible. So how this can be the book of God, but this book of God, he have time to talk about the ants speaking to the ants, but he don't have to time to tell us why this person, his name now is Israel, and how we can connect between them, how we will find out based on the Quran that Jacob became Israel. You know what I'm saying? If Allah tell me there's a group, it's called the children of Israel, shouldn't we ask him who is Israel? Because nowhere in the Quran says who is this guy Israel. Have you ever heard of Muslim debating Christians and making fun of them, because the Bible says that God, he called Jacob Israel because he struggled with him. They say to you, God here, Jacob, he wrestled with God. How many times you heard that? But look, the Quran confirmed the story. The silly Muhammad, by taking the name, he agreed with the story, because this is what Israel mean. The person who struggled with God. That was debating Christians says, so you agree that God, he struggled with Jacob? The Quran says that, you idiot. Do you see it? Are you taking notes? If somebody is a Muslim, he says to you how the Bible says that, and he laugh, ha 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 ha. This is how you shut him up. Do you know what the word Israel mean? The name of Israel, the word Israel mean that the one who struggled with God. As simple as that. So if you don't agree with the story, you make fun of it. Why you have the name there? Why you don't keep the name Jacob? But the problem is that Muslims, they choose wisely who they will debate. They choose someone who do not know anything about Islam, somebody who don't speak Arabic. You know, they choose, like once he debated Anis Sharoush, who is an Arab. He debated him once. The second time he did not show up. Anis Sharoush was waiting for him. He did not show up. Once is enough. Many says it was an angel who struggled. It doesn't matter. You see, it doesn't matter. You see, the name. Let me show you what Muhammad Qasimi said. Many, they say it was an angel who struggled with Jacob. Okay, but the word Israel, it says the one who struggled with God, not with the angel. So it's your Quran who agree that this is a struggle with God. If we search right now what the word Israel mean, in front of you, let us see. I will type Israel meaning. Read any of them. Do you see what the word mean? What the word mean? This is the Hebrew. This is the Israeli Hebrew meaning of the word. It's in front of you. So the whole story is, as you notice, Islam is a very confused cult because it's made by a confused man. This is why when Muhammad, he said in the Quran as an example, Muhammad, he says Mary, the sister of Aaron. Mary is Ukhtu Harun. Who is Harun? The brother of Moses. Okay, how Mary she became the brother of Moses? Ka'b al-Ahbar, he came to Aisha and he told her, you know, this is wrong. Aisha, she told him, you are a liar. She accused him to be a liar. He says to her, but there's many years between Jesus and between Mary and Aaron. Muhammad, when he came back home, Aisha, she told him, he said, oh. And then he, in order to fix it, he says, oh, at that time they called them by their ancestor, the great ones of their ancestor, but Aaron is not from the ancestor of Mary. He is not from the same tribe. He is not from the same tribe. Oh, the sister, and between two brackets, i.e. the like. It doesn't say that. And we can prove it very easy. Mary is the daughter of who according to the Quran? The daughter of Umran. Who? Umran. Who is Umran? Who is Umran? Anyone can tell me what is the name of the father of Aaron and Moses? Who knows the name? Who wanna help me? What is the name of the father of Moses and Aaron? Somebody help me. Anyone? Let us see how many of you are studying their homework and studying their Bible. Amram. You see how we close the name? Because Muhammad, he could not even pronounce it correctly. So the correct name is Amram. And guess what? There's a chapter in the Quran. It's called Alu Imran. The whole chapter is called Alu Imran. The people of Imran. Who are they? Moses, Aaron, Mary. Read it. That's in the front of you. Who are they? Alu Imran. The children of Imran. Those are the children of Imran. So if the Muslim, they say it was not, it doesn't mean she is the sister of Aaron, but how you fix the mistake that the father of Moses is Imran, and the father in Islam, and the father of Moses in the Bible is Imran. How you fix the mistake that the father of Mary, the mother of Jesus, is Imran in the Quran, but this is wrong in the Bible. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So the Muslim, they try to save their prophet from the humiliation of his lies, saying, "Oh, they are look, you know, it was his, you know, they call you the sister of the Arab. Doesn't mean that you are the sister of the desert. Doesn't mean you are the daughter of the desert. No. He meant it. Why? Because in the Bible, who wanna help me where we can find this verse? It says that there is three are brothers and sisters: Moses and Aaron and Maryam. Is that correct, guys? And the name is exactly as it's written in Arabic, Maryam. Maryam. The silly Muhammad, he thought that Maryam, the sister of Aaron, the sister of Moses, is the same Maryam. It is the mother of Jesus. If I type right now, let me do this. Hold on. If I go to private Google, I will type the name of the prophet Moses in Islam, not in the Bible. Look at this. Imran, Musa ibn Imran. Do you see it? Musa, the son of Imran. Mary is the daughter of Imran. And Mary, and that make Maryam, she is the sister of Aaron according to Muhammad. So it doesn't matter how much you see. Muhammad is like somebody, he's like a plastic bag and have like a billion hole, and the Muslim, they are trying to keep the water inside. So they keep putting like duct tape here, put duct tape there, he's leaking here, he's leaking there. Muhammad is leaking. Muhammad is leaking all over. And all the duct tapes in the world will not fix him. Not in my present. So what we did today, we showed you from Muslims speeches that a person, he inherit his ethnic from his father. Correct? I played for you the video of Nu'man Khan. What we did today, we showed you from the tafsir of the Muslims that even Muhammad, he said that Isaac is the one who was to be slaughtered, and this is according to Ali, and this is according to Muhammad, and this is according to Ibn Abbas, and this is according, I mean, who is higher than this? Who is higher than those names in Islam? Do you Muslims have more, somebody higher than that? But let me find you the page numbers for those who they like we mentioned the book of Al-Qurtubi, but in this website it doesn't show the page number. Give me a second, let me find the page number. Hold on. You know, because I like to arm you better, so you have reference of things we say, not just Al-Qurtubi. You know. It is C. I will put for you the C, so you can relax after talking about this madness of Muhammad. See, I'm trying to find Al-Qurtubi book in Arabic so we can get you the page number. Where is Al-Qurtubi? I mean, that said, this is the only we need a book where it shows the page number. Hold on. Finally, we found it. Thank God. Here we go. All right. This is the book of Al-Qurtubi. Let me put in the screen for you. This is a book of Al-Qurtubi. Interpretation of the Quran. It's called Al-Jami'u li Ahkam al-Quran. Page number 62. Actually, you can read it from page number 61. It says the same. This is the verse. Page number 61. It says that the one to be slaughtered was Isaac. And they are saying, and this is what agree about by Al-Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib wa ibnuhu Abdullah, the cousin of Muhammad, the uncle of Muhammad too. The cousin of Muhammad, which is Ali, he agreed with it too. And وَهُوَ الصَّحِيحُ عَنْهُ, and this is authentic. And this is mentioned in At-Tabari, volume number 19, page number 579. And in the Ma'ani al-Quran, interpretation of Ma'ani al-Quran, volume number 2, page number 389. And then they continue. We go down. Page number 62. This is again the chapter of As-Saffat, from verse number, chapter Saffat is 37 as chapter in the book of Al-Qurtubi, from verse number 12 to verse 113 interpretation. And Ibn Jurayj, they mentioned it to Ibn Abbas. He said, "Al-dhabihu ISHAK wa huwa sahih." And they said that Ibn Abbas, he said, this is the cousin of Muhammad, that the one who to be slaughtered by Abraham, it was Isaac. And it is the authentic from Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. So Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, he said that too. And then they count, and even they say that this is according to the Prophet and according to Ali ibn Abu. And look here, it says, look at this. It says that the one who mentioned it is or they confirm it's as the bih, it is Isaac. He says it is reported from Ali ibn Abi Talib, the cousin of Muhammad, from Abdullah ibn Umar, أن الذبيح إسحاق وهو قول عمر. Even the Caliphate Umar, he said this is Isaac. Even the Caliphate. So we have Muhammad, we have Ali, we have Umar, and we have Ibn Mas'ud, and we have Abu Huraira. I mean, who is left? And here it says, and those, the 7 companions of the Prophet, they said that 7 companions he counted, the important ones. 2 of them are Caliphate. 1 of them is his cousin. Actually, 2 of them they are his cousin, Ali and Ibn Abbas. And 2 of them are Caliphate. They said and they confirm that it is Isaac. Banner is blocking the text. What banner? Oh, sorry. Yeah, guys, tell me, remind me from time if I sorry for that. Did we take the reference? So how a Muslim can debate you that this is not Isaac? But the whole idea, you see, the Muslims, they spread propaganda that Muhammad is from Ismael. Christian, they copy paste. Many of them, they are like that. There, you go to America, they say the son of Ishmael. First of all, the Arab are a small nation. If we can call them a nation, and I told you 1,000,000 times, I am an Arab. We are not a nation. That's why we look different. We look different. You see, somebody is an Arab, he's blonde. Somebody is an Arab, he have a blue eyes. How's it? Somebody in Arab, the Somalian, they call themselves Arab. But what somebody from Somalia have to do with me? What somebody from Algeria have to do with me? What somebody from Morocco have to do with me? How somebody from Saudi Arabia have to do with someone he is from Algeria? Islam always do Arabization, which means they control and then they force the Arab and the Arab culture. You go to Pakistan, okay, what is the name of any Pakistani guy? Arabic name. They try to dress like Arab, talk like Assalamu alaikum. Nobody want to say in his language. That's it. They don't have a language. The Arabic will take over. And this is the strategic way of Islam to destroy. It come to your country and then it force the Arab culture on you. And the excuse is Islam. This is the language of God. So you cannot pray to God in your language. You have to pray in Arabic. Slowly, 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 you find yourself believing and repeating that you are an Arab person, but you are not. When I say I'm an Arab, doesn't mean I am from an ethnic. It's called Arab. There's nothing. No, there's no such a thing. There's no such a thing. The word Arab is an Aramaic word for the desert. Aramic, even the word Aram. You see, in the old days, names have a meaning, and then is the meaning that give a definition for you. So when you say Hebrew, what the word Hebrew mean? Somebody tell me what the word Hebrew mean. Somebody saying thank you Allah for the blessing of Islam. Where is the blessing? Go and look at your countries. I see the blessing of Islam all over. If you don't believe me, look at Pakistan, look at Saudi Arabia. You will see the blessing of Islam all over. You need the blessing of Islam. You need the protection of Trump. And all Islamic countries are slaughtering each other. The blessing of Islam. This is the blessing of Islam. Do you have something better? The one who's saying thank you for the blessing of Islam. I was asking a question. What was the question? Who remember? Who remember? Nobody remember? I have 1,400 people watching. Nobody remember the question? What was the Hebrew? What the word Hebrew mean? Who wanna help me? What the word Hebrew mean? Anyone knows? Any Muslim knows? Even the Muslim, they called him Hebrew, but they don't know why. They call them children of Israel. They don't know why. They don't know what Israel mean. They don't know what Abraham mean. They do not know what Isa mean. They do not know what the Messiah mean. What do you know? Any Muslim want to tell me what Hebrew mean? What Abraham mean? And why you do not know? Many, they think that the word Hebrew, it is a name of an ethnic. It's not. All those describe an act the same as the word Adam. It is not a name. God, he called the first male and female Adam. That's meaning human. It's not a name. It's an act of God creating a human. So the problem with the Muslims is they copy names from the Jews, from the Christians, but they are not connected with them. They are disconnected. Abraham, it's not Abraham, it's Avraham or Avra, the one who crossed the river, or the one who crossed to the other side. Why Abraham was called that name? Because he crossed the other side, or he crossed to the other side, and he left the pagan belief. He left his people who believe as pagan, which means even his name is not really a real name as we think. It's an act. Do you remember before we mentioned that